started the lesson heredity. So I told there was a pastor called Mendel who did his experiments with the pea plant, and what all he got the results. He understood because of the traits from the ancestors only, that traits only is coming forth in the forthcoming generations. So Mendel was an Austrian monk who discovered the basic principles of heredity through his experiments. He was an Austrian monk, means the same who disciple, who worships the god, who always lives in the chapel. Monk is called as monk. His experiments are foundation of modern genetics. He told that it was because of the modern genetics, if it was that his studies only was able to learn further about the research works in the genetics. So first he was born in 1822 to a family of farmers in Silesian of Czechoslovakia. So he was a Czechoslovakia in a very poor family, moderate family, in a farmer's family only he was born. So he was a priest, or he was in a monastery at Braun. Monastery means the chapels or the church is called as monastery. So what was his experiments? He conducted his experiments on the monastery for about 9 years from 1856 to 1865. So he started his experiments in the monastery from the 1856 to 1865. 9 years he was doing the experiments with the pea plant. So for the 9 years he was doing the experiments with the pea plant, and he got 34 different varieties of pea plant. Different varieties means different characters, which is showing different characters. Contrasting characters of pea plant used by Mendel. These are the characters he used. See the characters: seed shape, or different types of seed shape. It will be round and wrinkled. Wrinkle means on the top of the seed there is a what is the wrinkles will be there. Wrinkles means ups and downs, that is called as wrinkles. It will not be smooth. Some rough surface like wrinkles. Seed color yellow and green. Then seed coat color, seed or outer cover is called as seed coat. That also colored and white. Then pod shape, the inside the pea plant, the pod, patani, which you will get, you will open that. Yeah, that is called as a pod. So that will be inflated or the constricted. Constricted means the division will be there for each the pea seed. For the other one will be plain, that is constriction will be there, and the other one will be inflated. Pod color of that will be yellow also as well as green also. Flower position, whether it is coming from the one from the stem's node or at the tip, that is called as axillary or terminal. Stem length, long and short. These are the different characters with what he used, and 34 different characters of characters he got from the different pea plants. So reasons for Mendel's success. So what was his the reasons for his success? He chose the pea plant as it was advantageous for experimental work in many aspects. Why he selected that plant alone? It is naturally self-pollinating, so it's very easy to raise pure breeding individuals. It is getting pollinated self. No need of any insects or human beings or something like that. It will get self-pollinated. It has a short lifespan, very small lifespan only it is having, as it is an annual, and so it was possible to follow several generations. Once only 1 year it will be having, the lifespan is very short. 1 year only it can survive, or it will be alive. After that the new plant will come. It is easy to cross pollinate. For doing the cross pollination also it is easy. It has deeply defined contrasting characters, many contrasting characters, round, wrinkle, like that, that is called as contrasting. Okay, like that many contrasting characters also it had. Then the flowers are bisexual, both male and female will be found in the different plants, that is called as bisexual. Okay, so next his experiments. The first experiment was monohybrid crosses involving inheritance of only one pair of contrasting characters. The first what he did, only one type of character he took. Okay, one type of contrasting means what? The just opposite, that is called as contrasting. That means tall dwarf, or color, if it's red color, this is yellow color, like that contrasting characters only. So he took for the first cross he took only one type of character. Inheritance of only one pair of contrasting characters are called as monohybrid cross. So mono means one type of only characters he took, and so it is called as monohybrid cross. For example, it is a cross between two forms of single trait. Single trait means character, like a cross between tall and dwarf. So the first character he selected was tall and the dwarf. Dwarf means small, which is height less. So Mendel's experiment, explanation of monohybrid cross, parental generation, pure breeding tall plant and pure breeding dwarf plant. There is no in between any other characters are not there. Only the pure tall plant and the pure dwarf plant was crossed. In the F1 generation, plants raised from the seeds of the pure breeding parental cross in F1 generation were tall and monohybrids. It was very tall and monohybrid means only the tall and the dwarf plants was there. There was no another characters. F2 generation, selfing of the F1 monohybrid. So after that from the F1 what all the seeds he got, he again used it for the next generation, for crossing the next generation. From the seeds he got from the F1, he germinated, and that seeds was only used for germinating the new plant, and after that it started to flower, it was cross pollinated. Okay, so resulted in tall and dwarf plants respectively in the ratio 3:1. So the F2 generation was in the ratio 3:1. The actual number of tall and the dwarf plants obtained by Mendel was 787 tall and 277 dwarf. So 787 tall plants was the 277 dwarf plants. That means it will be in the ratio 3:1. External expression of a particular trait is known as phenotype. What we can see from outside is called as external expression, whether it is tall plant or dwarf plant. We can see from when we see itself, we know the plant is very tall and the plant is very small. So that external type of expression is called as phenotype. So the phenotypic ratio is 3:1. That means the tall plant was more in number, that means 787, and the dwarf plants was less in number, that is 277. So they were in the ratio of 3:1. Okay, then in the F2 generation 3 different types were obtained. So in the F2 generation 3 different types was obtained. Tall homozygous, only tall plants also was there. Then tall heterozygous, different characters also inbuilt in that, that is heterozygous, 2 characters was there. And dwarf homozygous, dwarf means all purely it was, homozygous means only one character was there, small t and 1. So the genotypic ratio of 1:2:1. So what was the ratio for the genotype? That means the characters inside, that was 1:2:1 ratio. So this is the Mendel's first experiment with monohybrid cross, means Mendel interpretation on monohybrid cross. Based on this observation, it was confirmed by Mendel that factors are passed on from one generation to another, now referred to as genes. So what all the characters is passing from one generation to other characters is called as the genes. He found that characters are called as the genes. So from one generation to another generation, what are the characters carried, that is called as the genes. Tallness and the dwarfness are determined by the pair of contrasting factors. Tall plant possesses a pair of factors by T, taking the first letter of the dominant character, and the plant is dwarf because it possesses factors for dwarfness. These factors occur in pairs and may be like as in pure breeding tall plants TT and dwarf plants TT. This is referred to as homozygous. So if the pure TT it is coming, it is called as homozygous. For tall T and a small t it comes, it is called as the heterozygous. That means 2 characters are there. It can be tallness or the dwarfness, and the other is pure tall or dwarf. That is different. So 2 factors making up a pair of contrasting characters are called as alleles. So what is alleles? So 2 factors making up a pair of contrasting characters is called as alleles. Tall T and capital T and small t is called the 2 different characters. These type of contrasting characters are called as alleles or allelomorphs. One member of each pair is contributed by one parent. So each one is contributed from one side of the one plant. Okay, one parent. When 2 factors for alternative expression of a trait are brought together by fertilization of only one express itself, making the expression of the other dwarfness. So when we are crossing the characters like this, tall t and small t, what is the difference it is coming? That is expresses itself, it is as called as dominant t. If tall t and small t, that means tallness and dwarfness are crossed, what will happen? Some plants will be tall only, purely tall, and some will be only dwarf. So that pure characters, which is the dominant character in that will be only expressed in the next generation. The characters which expresses itself is called as the dominant condition, and that which is masked is called as the recessive. Masked means which is not inhibiting its character is called as masked, which is not coming to the next generation is called as the masked. So that is called as recessive condition. So what is dominant and what is recessive? Alleles and allelomorphs. So we can mark that also. What is dominant condition, what is recessive condition? The factors are always pure and when gametes are formed. So when the characters are formed, when the gametes are formed, the characters will be pure. Pure means either it will be tallness, or the other either will be it will be the dwarfness. The unit factors segregate so that each gamete gets one of the two alternative factors. Each gamete will be getting any of the either any one of the characters in them. It means that factors for tallness and dwarfness are the separate entities, and in a gamete either t or small t is present. Either the tallness will be present or the dwarfness will be present in each gamete. Okay. When F1 hybrids are self-crossed, that means first in the beginning when it was self-crossed, what will happen? The two entities separate. Both the tallness and dwarfness were separated and then unite independently. And after that in the F2 generation, they both united together, forming tall and the dwarf plants. Okay. So this is the picture of where how he has done the crossing of the tallness and the dwarfness. You can see in the picture how he has crossed the tallness character and the dwarfness pea plant, and in the F1 generation how was the results came, genotype and the phenotypic ratio, and in the genotype in the F2 generation it was in 1:2:1 and the phenotype was 3:1. So this is the ratio, this is how the Mendel did his experiment. Okay. And next in her dihybrid cross, before that we'll go for the information bits. Punnett square is a checkerboard form devised by a British geneticist P.C. Punnett for study of genetics. It is geographical representation to calculate the probability of all the possible genotypes of offsprings in a genetic cross. This is how what is the characters inhibited in from one generation to the other, to get a glance of it in a very easy method. For that only this square was found out. Okay. Now dihybrid cross, inheritance of two genes and law of independent assortment is the next topic. So from this the first F1 generation or monohybrid cross, what are the changes come and how it happened in the dihybrid cross by taking two different characters. The monohybrid only one character they took, tallness and dwarfness. So dihybrid means two different characters he used for crossing and doing the pollination or finding out what is the result coming. That is called as the dihybrid cross. So let us go for that. Dihybrid cross involves the inheritance of two pairs of contrasting characters. The monohybrid means mono means one, di means two. So here two different pairs of contrasting characters were taken. Okay. So in the dihybrid cross inheritance, two pairs of contrasting characters at the same time. The two pairs of contrasting characters chosen by Mendel were shape and color of seeds. It was the shape and the color of seeds. Round yellow seeds and wrinkled green seeds. This was the two colors and the shape of the shape and color of the seeds. Mendel crossed pea plants having round yellow seeds with the pea plant having wrinkled green seeds. Mendel made the following observation. Mendel first crossed pure breeding pea plant having round yellow seeds with pure breeding pea plants having wrinkled green seeds and found that only round yellow seeds were produced in the first generation. So in the first generation he found that only what was found, only wrinkled green seeds was found. He crossed two characters, round yellow seeds with the wrinkled green seeds. Round one is round and the other one is what, wrinkled, and the one is yellow color, the other one is green. So he crossed round yellow and wrinkled green, both two characters together crossed, and he found out the first generation. No wrinkled green seeds were obtained in the F1 generation. Not a single plant with a wrinkled green seeds was formed. So, from this, it was concluded that round shape and yellow colors of the seeds were dominant. Dominant means which is having more more character of the round yellow was inhibited or exhibited in the F1 generation over the wrinkled shape and the green color of the seeds. When the hybrids of F1 generation pea plant having round yellow seeds were crossed, bred by self-pollination. So, after taking those seeds after the F1 generation, it was again given for the self-pollination. So, what will happen? Then 4 types of seeds having different combination of shape and color were obtained. So, in the F2 generation, 4 different characters of characters were exhibited. They were, what all it will be? Round yellow, round green, wrinkled yellow and wrinkled green. So everything, all the characters will be interchanged. So round yellow also and round green was found. Wrinkled yellow and wrinkled green was found. So the ratio of each phenotype of seeds in the F2 generation is 9:3:1. So in the dihybrid cross, when we are taking 2 different characters, so they were in the ratio, what was the ratio? 9:3:3:1. So we can underline that also. So the ratio of the dihybrid cross, it was 9:3:3:1. From the above result, it can be concluded that the factors for each character or trait remain independent and maintain their identity in the gametes. The factors are independent to each other and pass to the offspring. So each characters will be independent and it will be carried to the next generation, or each characters will be there in each gamete and it will be carried to the next generation. So in the results of a dihybrid cross, what was the results found in the dihybrid cross? 4 types of plants was used. 4 types of plants were produced. Round yellow, round green, wrinkled yellow and wrinkled green. So this 4 types of plants was formed. A dihybrid cross produced 4 types of F2 offsprings in the ratio 9 with 2 dominant traits, 3 with 1 dominant trait and 1 recessive trait, 3 with another dominant trait and another recessive trait, and with one with 2 recessive traits. Some was dominant, some was recessive. Okay, some was highlighting character, some was recessive. Okay. New combination. 2 new combination of traits with round green and wrinkled yellow had appeared in the dihybrid cross. Isn't it? It was a new one. Round and wrinkled, round and yellow we crossed, and green and wrinkled. But in the F2 generation, they got a new plant, round green with wrinkled yellow. So this was the dihybrid cross, and this was the result of the dihybrid cross. So in this, in the picturized form, they have shown how they were crossed and what was the dihybrid cross result. So in the live class, we'll go with the Mendel's law. Thank you, students.